Hi folks! In this video I'm going to explain about the procure-to-pay process, which is a significant procedure within supply chain management. No matter what products your company manufactures, the first step is to buy raw materials that are required to produce the products. Now, along with raw materials, your company may also need to procure other items or services that are required to run the day-to-day operations. Let's look at some examples. Maybe your company makes sports shoes, so you may have to procure rubber, industrial inks to add colors, shoe manufacturing equipment, leather or cotton to make shoelaces, and any other fabrics to produce a pair of shoes. Now, although the company makes shoes, they still need to purchase some software to design shoes. Laptops, desktops, printers, stationery items, furniture, janitorial services, security services to safeguard their factory and offices, their own fleet of delivery trucks to distribute the shoes to the retailers from the warehouses. Maybe they also need to buy different chemicals that are required in the shoe manufacturing process. So no matter what products your company makes, the first step is always to find suppliers for your products and services. This step is called supplier identification. So you can go online and search for, let's say, sulfuric acid manufacturers in the USA. Or maybe you'd like to procure it from China or India. There are also many websites like Alibaba.com and IndiaMart.com. Just like how China has Alibaba.com and India has IndiaMart.com, in fact, each country has its own marketplace website where you can find suppliers on different products. Let's imagine there are a large number of sulfuric acid suppliers available. Maybe there are 2,000 suppliers in the market. How do you know who fits your requirements? Maybe your company has different selection criteria to qualify suppliers. Maybe your company is looking for suppliers who have more than 15 years experience of manufacturing sulfuric acid. Suppliers who have a particular quality certification or ISO certification. Suppliers' factories should be located within a 50-kilometer radius from the harbor or airport. Suppliers should be already exporting to the US. They should have an export license already in place. Suppliers should be able to do special packaging as required. Suppliers should be able to manufacture as per the spec sheet provided by your company for sulfuric acid. This step is called the supplier evaluation and qualification. To do this, we send a request for information, RFI, to the supplier's email ID or mail them a printed RFI document. Once a supplier responds to the RFI, you will know whether they qualify and meet your expectations. Based on this evaluation, we will shortlist only the suppliers who meet the company's expectations. Maybe out of the initial 2,000 suppliers, only 250 qualify. Maybe there are only 250 suppliers who can manufacture sulfuric acid as per your company's specifications. The next step will be to send a request for quotation, RFQ, to these 250 qualified suppliers. Once you receive the RFQs, you can compare the price quotes to see which suppliers have provided the best price. Note that if you are procuring some services such as web designing services, janitorial services, cafeteria services, then you will select a request for proposal, RFP, instead of an RFQ, because RFQ is usually used for physical products, and RFP is used for services. Sometimes companies also conduct a reverse auction process, wherein bidding happens on a particular day and time. Each supplier bids a price quote lower than the previous supplier. So the winner of this auction will be the supplier who provides the lowest price quote. Tools such as SAP Ariba, Amptoris, or Zycus are frequently used to conduct reverse auctions. Now that you've found which suppliers are best suited, you may proceed to signing a contract after finalizing the terms and conditions. A contract basically mentions a fixed price, quantity, delivery dates, payment currency, payment terms like net 30 days or net 45 days, and also the payment mode such as check or bank transfer. However, a contract is usually required only when there is regular buying for a lengthy period of time, maybe months or years. For one-time purchasing, a contract is not required. The next step will be to send a purchase order, or PO, to the selected supplier. A purchase order is basically a document listing out the name of the product, quantity, price, delivery location, and agreed delivery date. After this, the purchase order is processed by the supplier. Once the supplier ships the product to your company, the officials check it and issue a Goods Receipt Note, or GRN, confirming that the products were received in good condition and at the right quantity as required. The accounts payable team in the finance department of your company then verifies the invoice and releases the payment to the supplier. All these steps put together is what we call the Procure to Pay, or P2P, process. Now you may be wondering, what is the Source to Pay, or S2P, process? Source to Pay, or S2P, covers the business process for strategically sourcing a group of products or services. The Source to Pay process cycle is similar to the Procure to Pay process. However, in this process, the first step is to determine and develop a strategy to save cost for a particular product or category that needs to be purchased. The strategy is usually developed by means of market research, studying best practices in the industry, and also by means of competitive intelligence.